That's Star Wars, isn't it?
That's Lego.
No,
That's
that's
old
a Lego.
school Lego.
From
Nice.
Yeah, back in the 70s. Okay. Hello.
70s, in the 70s, back in the day. But now back in 2023. Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm Jen in Singapore. That's Ange in Hong Kong and Percy in the Philippines. So that all of you could join us here on Dear Future Grandkids. Now, before we get into it, I have to get into this because I don't know what it's like in Manila or in Hong Kong, because here in Singapore, the weather is just so pants in the sense that it's blazing hot and then just like a passing shower. It rains for 15 minutes and then it just gets hot and hotter. Percy,
is that what your pants? Is that the description of your pants, Jen?
Well, back in my younger days, it could be, but not anymore.
the best part about the pants is it has showers. Occasional showers in the pants.
Well, you know what? You need some showers to cool it off.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's the same here in the Philippines, and my pants are the same as well.
Hey! Hong Kong must be nice. Hong Kong must be nice.
It's the same as Hong Kong's really muggy, damp, and nasty.
Muggy, damp, and nasty. That's the new slogan for Tourism Hong Kong.
Our dear viewers, we are not live today. This is a pre-recorded episode, but we'd still love to hear from you. We are watching live, so we'd still like your comments.
So, welcome to Dear Future Grandkids. This is our little show where we build memories from the past for our wonderful guests to show their grandkids of the future.
And we have a wonderful guest in the Dear Future Grandkids arena for you today. This is one media personality from the Philippines who knows how to bring her A game. Quick on her feet, she got her start as a courtside reporter for Ateneo University at the age of just 19, still a student. And let me tell you, she's like the sixth person out there with speed, wily agility on her side. And just when you thought she'd hit maximum speed, she shifted gears, moved into news anchoring for ABS-CBN with Top Story and News Patrol while still covering sports. Yes, our guest. What?
Yeah. Are you actually trying to be a sports reporter tonight?
Yeah. Did you notice? I was totally bringing my sports reporter. I'm on the court side kind of game.
Yeah. So you're being a sports reporter, huh?
Yeah, I thought, it's
your interpretation of it.
At home.
That's not how to present an Ange. Come on, seriously, you sports, really sports. You're about as sporty as a bag of marshmallows, okay? Not maybe wearing a baseball cap backwards sometimes. Come on. Does not make you a sports anchor. I know you love watching sports, but please, come on, all right? You know what? Just leave it to the ex-professional, okay? All right. From way back then, when it was just cable television and they had no choice but just to watch me sometimes on TV. All right, let's see. And let me just show you guys why I probably got fired. Here we go.
Give it a go, Jay.
Yeah, go. She's the MVP of news broadcasting, handling her different roles from sports to serious news like a pro, with commentary and analysis that leaves her competitors in the dust. She's no stranger to this stadium or arena. You name it.
All right. Okay. You know what? Guys, let's just get on with it. All right. We are lucky to have here on Dear Future Grandkids. Please welcome a true competitor in the world of sports and news journalism, Denice Dinsay.
I think Percy got it like the most accurate for the intro.
Oh! You see?
Denice, are you just saying that because you two went to the same university, although centuries apart? Is that why you're in Percy's corner?
50-50. There's
Go
always going to be
Ateneo.
that loyalty to the school.
Go Ateneo. I'm in blue.
Welcome
Welcome,
to Dear
Denise.
Future Grandkids, Denise.
Thank you. I
Welcome to
think
the
I think
show.
I'm the luckiest to be on your show.
Oh, you're so
Aw.
kind.
Aw.
I just watched you on YouTube, and in a recent interview, you said you still get nervous before you present. Is that true? Surely not.
No, it is. I always do, even for hosting events, doing interviews. I always get nervous. It never fades.
Do you have any
It-
techniques, anything, rituals that you do to try and help with that?
Nope. I think I get so eager to just get it started, just so that I'm not gonna be overthinking all the possible mistakes I could make. So that's why I always preferred live broadcasts compared to pre-recorded episodes as what we would do in sports before. Because I will always already have the mindset, okay, you can't mess up. This is live. So many people are gonna see you. So when the pressure, I guess, is more intense, I feel like I perform better. Hopefully.
That's actually the reverse of some people. Some people prefer it
Yeah,
pre-recorded.
that would seem such reverse logic to me that you'd prefer live if you're
Well, it's not the
feeling
first time I
nervous.
got called weird.
It's not the first time I got called weird. No, but
Well, no
I do-
surprise there.
yeah. But I do agree, Denise. I mean, live TV just does that burst, that energy, and you know that it's going to go live. So even if you make a mistake, you got to pick it up and move on. Because when you pre-record stuff, sometimes you keep doing over and over again. You try to make it too perfect, then it's just too put together, too constructed, right?
Exactly. I think with sports, what I loved about it, well, I used to hate that part about it, was you can't take back things you've said. When you go on air, that's it. Like, okay, you just have to pick yourself up right where you left off. And the thing is, growing up, I think I was a perfectionist. I still am an overthinker. So doing sports really helped me conquer a lot of those personality quirks of mine. They really polished me as a person. So I really do love live events, live broadcasts. It's a different kind of high and a different kind of energy.
Perfect. So welcome to Dear Future Grandkids. So we found out that you like the live element, but we always start the show with some quick fire questions for you. Okay, Denise,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yep.
Perfect. So in just 3 words, describe what you do for a living.
I read the news so others wouldn't. Oh, that's more than 3 words.
I read news.
Okay. Yeah,
I read.
I read. 2. So you need.
I read. Oh wait, reading in public.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Reading
Reading
in
in public.
But-
Now, what's
but-
the compliment that you hear the most often? What sort of compliments do you hear most often?
You're so young.
Oh. Okay. And that okay. And that's a compliment, right? And
I
they're
think
not-
it's because
they're not
after
trying to
they
second
figure out
guess,
what I
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after they figure out, oh, you've been doing all of these things, like, oh, how old are you? So I don't like saying my age because I feel like they look at me differently the moment I mention my age. So I think it's better now since I'm in my mid-20s. It wasn't so nice when I was in my early 20s.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine how
just-
we react when we're told we're still young?
I know, just like
On the
early-
internet,
now
we're
in the
all
mid-20s.
28, aren't we, guys? On the internet.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any number past 28 in terms of age. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But Denise, in the pressure environment of sports presenting and being a news sports anchor, newscaster as well, in terms of that in your life, what's guaranteed to make you smile if you're feeling down?
Because I always think that being happy is just more of it's a choice. So if you're down, just brush it off. Be happy.
Mm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
advice
You
is
are
that
tough.
simple, right?
Yeah. You just go pick yourself up, right? Just
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Wow.
So that's the guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Like that's just really my mindset.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's the answer to my question, but let's go with another answer, okay? What is your superpower? Because I count that as one superpower.
Yeah.
What's another one?
What's my superpower? I'm able to read people well. especially on like a personal interaction. I've had. There was a time I think that I would meet people for the first time, and we'd get into a conversation, and then I'd kind of predict what they were going through or what they were feeling. And it came to a point. We're good friends now. I think he was so shocked that I was able to read him so well. He started cursing me like, "F you! How did you know? Like, are you a mind reader?"
Whoa.
So I was like, I think it was just out of surprise. He was just taken aback how I was able to describe his whole state in life currently,
Wow.
just from a very few minutes.
Okay,
That's
That's a superpower.
Yeah.
and a rather scary one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Better not ask any questions about us.
Yes. Okay, that's not betray too much about us. All right. Denise, what career advice do you find yourself most often giving?
What career advice? To not be afraid to encourage other people, and to also, if there's an opportunity that you think would help others, give it to them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's such generous advice, because it is a competitive world. There's only so many courtside reporters, news anchors
Yeah.
out there, and the
Yeah.
fact that you feel that someone else could take the role and you feel generous in that way, that says a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's best when everyone is part, I guess, of the competition. That's what makes it more fun. The challenge is there, and you see everyone improving. It also sharpens you. So, you bringing someone down, or you being an impediment to someone getting an opportunity, I don't see how that helps you grow. Also, like whether as a skill in the industry or also even as a person.
Very
Great
wise.
attitude.
Yeah.
I
Great
Very.
attitude. All right. Denise, now what's the one thing you've sacrificed to have this life that you are living now?
Oh, I think back in college, because I was courtside reporter back in college. I missed a lot of events with my friends. I missed a lot of birthday parties, to make it to the games, to report. I do regret. No, I wouldn't say I regret it, but I do
It was a
feel
choice.
sad that I missed out on those things. And I would always hear from my friends, "What? You're not gonna make it again?" But I was so committed to building my career early on, and I knew I had to make the most out of it. And my friends ended up understanding also. So yeah, I did have to sacrifice those.
But a sacrifice worth making, for sure.
Mhm.
Denise, if you could
Definitely.
only, yeah, for sure. If you could only achieve one good thing today, what would it be to make it a good day?
Wow, I think every day is a good day.
You're so positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So positive.
I mean, the fact that I showed up to work already, the fact that I woke up, I exercised, I replied to my friends. It's already a good day. I kissed my parents goodbye. I was able to talk to them. It doesn't have to be something special for it to be a good day. It's really just a state of mind. I don't think it needs to be so big or flashy.
That's really lovely. I think that's really,
Yeah.
really sweet. It is the small moments that make up the big moments, isn't
Yes.
it?
It really
That's
does.
how life is
It
made.
really
Yes.
is.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. If you had to freeze time at a certain age and time in your life, what age would that be, and what would you be doing?
I wouldn't freeze anything. I love living life. I love every second. I think if I froze time, I would end up just overthinking or being stuck in my head. So I'm more of an actions person. So I prefer living it out. So, and I always make sure that every year of my life, I make the most out of it. So, yeah, I really wouldn't freeze time. There's not a certain age that I would want to stay in for longer. I think there's beauty in every year and every day.
That's really. I was just having a conversation with a client. That's why I was late today, guys. I was just having a conversation with a client, and we were talking about maybe there's a global recession coming up and things are hard and AI might just make us all redundant and things like that. And then we said, well, where would we rather go back in time to? What would be preferred? And all of us sat around and we're like, no, we'd still pick today. We'd still pick this year with this date, right? Then go back in time. So yeah, I think that's a really good way of thinking about things. You're clearly someone who lives in the moment and appreciates all the opportunities that you've had. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have any strange... Yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was saying thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. Thank you. Do you have any strange habits or rituals?
What constitutes a strange?
Whatever you think.
Whatever. Okay, you can actually remove the strange. Do you have any habits or rituals? And then we be the judge if it's strange or not.
Well, I think every day is a ritual for me. Like, I have a set schedule. So I wake up, probably have my quiet time, meditation, have breakfast, work out, prepare to go to work, work time, and then either sleep or have dinner with friends. And that's it every day.
You're a person of routine.
I really am. It takes it's a running, I don't even think it's a joke because it's true, but my friends always say they have to set a month in advance if they want to have dinner with me, just because I really plan out every single day in advance.
Oh,
And
that's,
it's in your
I've always
calendar.
wanted to,
Or
I've
just
always
in your
wanted to
head.
be someone of routine and get into good positive habits. And I just never have been able to make it. So I need to learn something from that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm big on schedules. I'm big on plans. I love when things are set in advance, like getting Google invites. It's so nice. There's so much satisfaction.
So you can organize, right? So you can organize.
Invite.
Yeah. So I really like it.
Oh, that's funny. Is there a motto or a mantra that you find yourself saying a lot?
No, it just everything happens in my head. I don't spend too much time thinking. It's a mindset and then immediately apply.
Wow.
Wow.
Action orientated all the way.
Yeah.
It's just Denice is just straight to it. There's no time to
Yes,
waste. Yeah, just get on with it. Get on with it. And we know that as part of your life, your broadcasting career, Denice, you must have met a lot of sports personalities, and in your career from basketball to volleyball and beyond as well. I'm sure you've got lots of memorabilia, collectibles like jerseys, medals, rings. I'm sure you have a big collection of that, right? Anything that you want to share with us in terms of that?
Yeah, I don't really have memorabilia. I also don't take a lot of pictures, and I'm not sentimental. So it's all in my head, all the memories. Keep things simple. You know, people come and go, interviews come and go.
Yeah. So, but no, like pictures of the interviews with the sports personalities, like any sort of memorabilia, so jersey stuff. No, you just scripts, anything like that. No.
Nope. No. And when people always ask me, "Oh, is there like a favorite interview that you've ever done?"
Yeah.
No, because all interviews are the same. That it's all different. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Let's try this then. Okay. So no sports memorabilia. That's fine. Let's try this. Okay. What if we were to say go pick something out in your house at the moment, that maybe 2 items that mean something to you from your work or your travels. Do you have that?
Yeah. There's also none. I mean, I do.
This is going well.
Yeah, like I do closet cleanups whenever I feel like it. So there will always be, I always need to throw something out during those cleanups or at least donate. If I see that I haven't used it in a year or even in the past 6 months, gone. I mean, I also do it with like friends on Facebook.
Wow.
So I have to,
Uh-oh.
it has to be organized. So like have I talked to this person in the past year? Do I see myself talking to this person? Will I come across this person in the next year? No. Okay, I'm gonna remove it.
Wow, just like old stock.
Wow.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
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 Closet.
So I do that
cleanup
every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year.
Every year.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Well, all right. Well, so far, so
Wow.
Gen 0, Denise 2.
Absolutely.
in this
Well,
in this part of our show, thank you very much. No
yeah,
two
definitely.
items. Yep.
You know two
So-
items, and at least I'm not her.
Sorry.
I'm not her Facebook friend, so she can't cleanse me.
So I just want to tell all of Denise's Facebook friends, please message her at least once a year so that you
Yeah.
still appear in the
Yeah.
Oh, I
algorithm
don't-
in her head.
You guys
But
are
the
Send
thing
a
is, I
Google
also don't
invite.
reply.
You
But
don't
don't?
reply.
I'm also very picky with like who I spend time with. So
Ooh.
there's
No,
some
but
people
actually, there's
also.
wisdom there. There's wisdom
Yeah.
there.
So there's some messages I haven't replied to in a year. Just because.
Well,
Wow.
well, you're
Well,
still
you're a
you're still
minimalist.
constructing it. Typing.
You've got a
Typing.
busy schedule, so
Yeah.
you can only type so many words and then you
Yeah.
stop on it. Yeah.
I know. I mean, I apologize. But yeah, I guess I really am very picky with the people I spend time with. And that includes also the people I spend time with messaging.
Yeah, but at least I guess if you're the type that gives, I guess, quality time whenever you do.
I
it.
really, yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really the type to make time for the person, even like in replying. I make sure if they're replying in paragraphs, I will reply in paragraphs as well.
Oh, look at that.
So I reciprocate the energy.
Oh, look at that.
Absolutely fine.
All
Absolutely
right.
fine. Yeah.
Well, Denise, there's one thing that I'm pretty sure you should have,
Okay.
and that is your phone.
That
You
I
must.
do.
Okay, good. You didn't throw it away yet. All right.
I still need it. I still
All
need
right.
it.
So speaking of messages, this is the part of the show where we ask you to leave a special voice message to someone in your life.
Okay.
So yes, you are leaving the message this time. Can you
Okay.
scroll and look through your contacts list? And
I can
see
tell
if
you
it's-
now that it's not a Facebook friend.
Yeah, not a Facebook friend.
No, definitely
No,
not.
no.
And she also hasn't replied to me in a month, so
Oh, there
which
you
is
go.
normal. But she's my college best friend, and I love her. And we have sporadic meetups, but I know that she always has my back. I hope she reads this though. She hasn't replied to anything.
We shall
Maybe
see.
a
We
maybe
shall
a voice.
see.
Maybe she might reply to a voice message. Let's see.
Let's see.
I mean, I just sent her like 3 voice notes. She still hasn't replied.
Okay. So yeah, what's another one?
Yeah. What's new? Mia, if you're watching this, you know that I love you so much. I just had to put it out there. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I hope everything's okay. You're not snobbing me, but I miss you so much. And please let's set dinner soon, and I'll visit your family soon as well. Please reply also to my other messages. Love you. Bye.
Oh, there you go.
See,
Well,
see that. Yeah, I was just going to jump in to say that in the past 24 minutes we spent with Denise here as well. You just know that's just her. It's just structured. Get to the point. We have a goal to reach. I'm going to be the most efficient in this time to get my message across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I need to do, and here we go.
I am
Yeah.
curious, Denise. For somebody who does not get to reply to messages a lot, how do you react when somebody does not reply to your message?
Oh, I don't mind. I don't hold it against them.
So it really is like, oh, hasn't replied. No,
Yeah,
no
it's
issue with you.
fine. No issue with me.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because I guess in this day and age, it's become a mutant. This messaging thing, it's like you expect an
Instantaneous,
immediate, right?
Yeah.
Whereas once upon a time, back in our days in the past,
I
But-
don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, when there was no social media or no cell phones actually to begin with, you really just leave a note and hope that it gets seen within the next year.
No, that's very true. I mean, we grew up writing letters. My mom made sure that we would be writing letters to our aunts, to our uncles, to every time we needed to say thank you. So until now, I love writing cards. I love writing thank you notes for Christmas or for a birthday. I love sending those long notes as well, especially if I'm close to the person. So I love handwritten notes. I love personalized cards, and
That's
I love
lovely.
buying those. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Lovely.
I would have
Old
thought
school,
you're such a
yeah.
minimalist. So I'm so surprised you have this old school, whereas digital's so easy to
Yeah.
clean and keep tidy and delete. So
Yeah.
it's so funny to hear that you still got some old school practices that you treasure and you actually enjoy
Definitely.
buying cards.
Yeah,
that's so
I do.
funny.
But I think
Well,
I think you can see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
No, you go ahead.
Oh no. Oh, so I think I can be a bit organized in the sense that I prioritize which platform to reply first. So my friends know that if they really, really, really need to reach me, they would text me because I would immediately reply back. Next would be Telegram, then Instagram, then it's Messenger, then Viber. I would actually reply quicker to email, so that they wouldn't go that far. Also, so I was just okay.
So-
But
so
they know,
guys,
if they
now
really
you
need
know.
to reach me, text.
Now you
I
know.
would reply in an instant.
Text,
Well, if you
email.
do get a
Got
reply
it. Got
from
it.
Mia, before the end of the show, would love to hear it. Love you to read it out for us.
Ange, it's been
But I
a
don't
month.
think so.
This is not.
I
It's not going to
know, but I
happen. It's been a month. That's why they're best friends. It's not going to happen.
They understand each other obviously
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah. I'll have to really call her up if I want her to reply. So
Yeah,
but
it's the
I
only
don't want
way,
to
right?
rattle her. Yeah, but I don't want to rattle her because I know she gets stressed when I do call
Aw.
her. So I just rather text her.
You have hundreds of people going, come on, Mia, pick up the phone and reply.
Please, at
This
least
reply.
like listen to my message.
It's
You've
been
got a cute
three.
sweet message there. Come on. So, Denise, we are a very nosy bunch. I'm sure you've gathered that by now here at Dear Future Grandkids. We love checking out people's homes. We love nosing
Yeah.
around. Now, I know you don't have a corner of shame because you are such a minimalist. So instead of asking you for a corner of shame, I wonder if you could just show us a shelf of mini shame, a shelf of
There's
clutter,
no,
a shelf
there's
of
no
bits.
clutter behind. It's
Like, what's-
so
Um,
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too neat.
Well, I didn't organize the books by color or by size, I guess.
Oh,
I'm
They're
Bravo,
not
bravo
in the
then.
same genre as well. But these are books that I do enjoy. There was a time that I got started into sports. I was doing more sports anchoring and I wanted to learn everything about it. So I ended up buying a bunch of sports books. So I'm the type of person that when I get into something, I go like 110%. So, and I get interested so quick on things and then I lose interest so quick as well.
is there a particular sports book that's really stood out for you that you really enjoy?
Not really. They're all books, and I love reading books. So
That is
love
the
them
most
all.
typical Denise answer now.
That's such a Denise answer.
Yeah,
They're
every
all
day good.
equal.
It's a ritual. Every day it's
They're all,
Yeah.
they're all filed away
Like,
in my head.
if I didn't like the book, I'd give it away.
If you
Ah,
like the book, will you keep it though?
Yes, that's why
Oh, there's something that's
There.
kept.
all of these books I've still kept it because I do
And
like.
What's
it.
that
I love
teddy bear?
books.
What's
Oh,
the
I-
teddy bear behind you?
Well, that was just a PR gift. There's something special about it.
That's not, you didn't even buy that. That was just a freebie that you've got up there. What's next to the teddy bear? What have you got next to the teddy bear?
So this is my piggy bank. I think very
Oh,
old school as well. Sparkly.
Oops, sorry about that. As you can tell, we're recording live, and I think that's a delivery. No, sorry. I think Nia's ringing me to speak to you. So
Please
Yeah,
let
it's
me know
me.
her message.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nia, I'll call you back, Nia. Hold on.
So your piggy
so
bank?
did you buy that piggy bank? Did you invest in something?
No, this was also a gift.
I
My
knew
aunt
it.
was-
I
yeah.
knew it was also a gift. There's no way the minimalist Liu would buy a piggy bank.
It's so sparkly and it's pink.
It's
I
cute.
like it.
Draws your
Are the
attention.
are the coins
Yeah.
inside yours?
At
Or did
least
they
they're
come?
mine.
Okay, I thought they came with a
Yeah.
gift.
I just removed all the coins from the previous batch because it was already full and I didn't want to break it. Well, my mom didn't want to break it. So
How did you do that?
Yeah.
Because as a kid, I wanted to do that, but how did you do that?
oh, you can like under.
Oh,
Do you want
that's
me
a
to
little thing
demonstrate?
underneath. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I wanted to break the old piggy banks before.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Denise, speaking about that was it was your mom that wanted you to empty it. Tell us about your family. Did you grow up in a sporty environment?
Not so much. But I was very blessed to grow up in a family that my parents allowed me to pursue whatever I wanted. There was, like I said, I get interested in a lot of things. So when I was a kid, I wanted to get into piano, and I love my parents. They were like, okay, let's buy a piano. And I lost
Oh.
interest after, I think, 2 days.
Oh,
And
that's
then
good.
after, and then afterwards, I wanted to get into playing the guitar. So
Mm.
bought a guitar. They got me a tutor also. That lasted for I think a month. And then I got into badminton as well in high school. And again, they hired a coach. That lasted naman throughout for like 3 years because I played. So at least, but that really they taught me afterwards that I have to take accountability for my interesting passions and how the duration of it usually lasts. So when I was finally able to have my own money and they would give me allowances back in college, I think I was more picky about the things that I would get into because I would have to be the one spending for it. So now it helped because I would be very, very selective about the things that I wanted to get into compared to when I was younger, since I have to be the one to pay for it. There's financial responsibility on my end.
It's always a good motivator.
It really
So-
is.
It is.
How did this career in media though come about? Did they encourage that? Of you?
No. My mom would tell until now, she always says na me auditioning for courtside reporter, like she didn't know I had the guts or like she didn't know where that came from because I was super shy, very, very introverted. I just like studying, I like reading. I didn't really like socializing, especially talking in public. I wanted something more in my college experience. So I auditioned. There was nothing to lose. Anyways, it was just an experience. Surprisingly, I got it. I didn't think I'd get it.
What was the spark though? Did you see a sign saying that there's an open edition, or somebody told you about it and encouraged you? Because something must have clicked in your head. That
I mean, I
I'll
was
give it a try.
always curious. I was always curious about being a courtside reporter. I didn't know much about it. I knew of it, just being a courtside reporter. That was it. Anything else, the details about it, didn't know anything. When I saw that they were holding auditions, it was on TV. I've been waiting for it because I knew that my predecessor, it was her final year. So I know that they were going to open auditions for an Ateneo courtside reporter. So I was waiting because I, I wanted to do more. I think I was a bit bored with like the organizations at school. And I was so
Mhm, mhm.
curious about what else there was in store outside of Ateneo. So I did like, and I would show up after class for those auditions. I would learn about sports also after the auditions. I would ask my friend like, can you tell me how does this work? How does basketball work? And like, I didn't know any of the players. So one time they even asked, how do you expect to be a reporter if you don't know anyone? And then I said, I'll just learn.
Wow.
Yeah, so I remember so vividly, I guess they asked me, why should we hire you? And I said, well, I don't think I'm the best, nor do I know the most, but I promise I will always learn. And
Wow.
I think I've held, yeah, I think I've held true to that promise to my bosses since that day.
Amazing though, because I mean, it just proves something that I do believe in, that somehow, there's always this talk about the universe aligning or whatever,
Mhm.
right? But you do get a nudge, a mysterious nudge towards something that otherwise you wouldn't have paid attention to, or you wouldn't have been passionate about. But
Yeah.
somehow, like you said you're not even familiar with sports, but yet something nudged you to take this audition, right? Amazing. And look at you. You
And
really
look
did
at you
And
find
it's
your
worked
now.
calling.
out. It
Yeah.
absolutely has worked out for you.
It's crazy. I think I try to think, to have this kind of mindset every day going to work, that to look back at how I started and just so I can be able to appreciate each and every day, because it is kind of a routine. I mean, reporting the news at the same schedule, one can be ungrateful or take it for granted. But if I'm able to frame my mindset and to be able to think about that consciously and actively every day, that, you know what, this is where I came from, I'm finally living the dream. It's like, thank you, Lord. Like, to have that grateful heart every day.
Oh,
See.
Yeah.
lovely.
Now,
Now, Denise, I mean, it's clear you're super talented.
Oh, thank you.
Clearly, it's
It's not
very
clear to me.
organized,
It,
and
it is
it's
very
clear
clear to
you
us.
do things.
Very
It's
clear.
very clear to us, and it's clear you do things in a very deliberate manner. Like you prioritize your, you know what's important to you, and you go for it, and you're very action orientated. So we are wondering: is there any chance you have a completely pointless skill?
Pointless.
Mm.
Maybe it's pointless to others, but it's not pointless to me because it's being consistent with being efficient. So I can finish like a whole season, binge watch overnight. I can sometimes read a book, finish reading a book in an hour.
How? How is that even
I don't.
possible?
No, but
Wow.
the binge watching, do you fast forward it? You watch it at
You
twice
watch
the
it on 3
speed?
speed?
Yeah.
Fast forward. I think I watch one episode only 5 minutes because it's a
Like
lot of fast forward.
you skip,
Yeah,
You only
and
watch 5 minutes of an episode,
with
but
all
you
the
feel
skipping, with all the skipping. Yeah, I'm able to catch up pretty quick with like what's happening.
I'm wondering what it's even the point though, because the point is not to try and get through it as quickly as possible, right? That's not the point of why you watch stuff.
I think because I do watch with a purpose, of either to just
it's
So
of
also
funny.
either
organized. Like
I find it so funny.
so
It's
I'm very picky about the shows I watch, and it's only because I like observing human relationships, so the psychology of things. So I prefer watching series with like power struggles. If I'm able to learn something new, so I'm very very picky. Or like if I can learn something about the culture, aesthetic, just everything. So while I do binge watch a lot, it takes me some time before I actually find a show that I will binge watch.
Mm.
what's the last one? I'm just curious.
Well, right now I'm watching Scandal.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. But I get
So
it. I
it's
get it.
interesting.
I guess because you do have a knowing you from what you described now, you've got a calendar and you've got one night to binge watch this thing. So I will
yeah,
watch with total, with
full
total, yeah,
concentration
full
and commitment.
concentration and
Yeah.
total commitment to finishing the thing.
Yeah, because it has to finish. I have to finish watching at a certain time because I'm not gonna stay up late for it. I need to get my 8 9 hours of sleep.
because
So
because the next morning you've got a
yeah,
schedule already.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the
yeah,
schedule, it's the routine, it's the
exactly. I
ritual.
have a body clock that wakes up exactly at like 3 a.m. and then 6 a.m. So I have
Wow.
to be well rested so I cannot
Before
sit
that.
late.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've never stayed up late in a sense. I've never pulled up an all-nighter during my years as a student ever.
Wow.
I'm trying to
Not
figure
even,
out, you know, we've
not
been
even
talking
at a
about
time.
AI a lot, right? We've been talking about AI a lot, and I'm just trying to figure out if maybe Denice is the first true AI
Yeah, yeah. She's
robot
not
sentient
real.
being that's been created.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
get it a lot actually that I can be a bit robotic.
no,
So
I think you're like humanity version 2.0. Like everything has been sorted out for you already.
It's done. It's
Yeah, you're from
done.
the future. Speaking of near future
Yes,
grandkids, this is somebody from the
it's
future
now.
actually.
living up to the title. I think I'm the
Yes,
future
Yay.
grandkid.
you are a future grandkid come back. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
that's actually confusing. Anyway, if your future grandkids, not you from the future, wanted to get into a career in broadcasting or media, like what you're doing, what would you tell them? What advice would you give?
Don't do anything half-ass. Like if you want
Mm,
it, go for it. Go for it always with excellence and always the 110%.
I
Hmm,
love that.
very good. And is there a particular movie? I know you've watched everything in like fast forward and only 10 minutes, everything, but is there one movie that you'd want your future grandkids to watch?
Um wow, because I love movies as well. But whew, wow, okay.
But have you
It's a
seen a
tough
movie
one.
without fast forwarding it?
I have.
That's good.
I think I would want them to watch Magnifico. So
Ah,
I think Percy knows it.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
a Filipino
Filipino
film.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's about a boy who's preparing, who found out that his grandmother, was eventually going to pass away and was preparing for it. Correct? Am I correct?
Oh,
I
Yes, yeah.
remember that
And
correctly,
then
right?
he ended up being the one who died.
Yep. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Oh,
twist.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
oh.
Spoiler alert!
Oh.
that's
oops.
that's Denise fast forwarding to the ending.
That's yeah. That's
So
that's
that
Denise.
saves you all
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
viewers,
yeah,
from having to watch it.
Whew.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Oops,
worry.
sorry. It's a
You're fine.
really good
Spoiler
film.
alert! Spoiler alert! But it is a good
I
film.
mean,
It's
I
actually
that sounds like a great plot. I'd love to check that out.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
what's a
What a
TV
twist.
show you'd like your future grandkids to see?
Scandal.
Wow, what's a TV show? Not wow. This is really hard. I'm trying to also think, I guess, of a TV show that really shaped me as a person, and I would rather they just read. Really,
Really? They could be
like
watching
no,
you. They could be watching any of your previous shows. You've got hundreds and hundreds of hours of broadcast time.
so
nope. They should
No?
read a book.
I
They
just
should
wanted
read a
I
book.
just wanted
Yeah,
I just
sure.
want to tell our dear viewers that here we have a guest who's working in TV. Here you have hosts who have built a career in TV, and now we're talking about read a book.
It is. It's so important. I guess reading really shaped my imagination, my writing skills, vocabulary, being able to talk, being able to speak. So I think, I would also want that same experience for my grandkids, that they're able to teleport themselves into these worlds and try to imagine. It's really good. I still enjoy reading.
Yeah. I
I
think
get
that's
that. I
wonderful.
get that.
Always. I think
Yeah.
always, no matter who we are in the future, there'll always
Yeah.
be stories in a book that can
Correct.
send us to another world. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, what about music? What about a song? Is there a piece of music or an artist you'd like your future grandkids to listen to?
I think this is where my corner of shame comes in.
All right. Lay it
You got
on.
us interested. Okay, here
Yeah.
we go.
Come
Here
on.
we go.
So I listen to almost anything. And I think the biggest shock of people and my friends is I listen to rap. I just don't like listening to heavy metal, but everything else, I would really listen to it, from classical music to soul, R&B. Doesn't matter what year, like 1950s, 70s, 80s. I'll listen to it all.
I'm not surprised with you listening to rap and enjoying rap because it's so fast. It's so efficient, you know?
Percy.
That's efficient.
Percy. How many words can I squeeze in 3 minutes?
Efficiency there. Efficiency.
Yeah. Go.
So
Denise,
I don't really have a
yeah.
specific like band, also like a favorite band. Yeah.
So just listen to like music in general and just have an eclectic taste and just as many different genres as you can
Yep.
will be your choice. Nice. Denise, wow, would you believe it? It's coming to the end of the show, and thank you so much for spending time with us today, building what we call Dear Future Grandkids, a video time capsule that your future grandkids could rewatch, and learn more about you. So as we're closing the show and we close the lid on the time capsule, you get to leave a message. Now, what do you want to say to your future grandkids?
Okay. I'll say what my grandmother told me before she passed away. And so, to my dear future grandkids, don't get caught up in the things of this world, the glamour and the glitz, but always keep your eyes and your heart set on God. Yeah.
What a wonderful message from your grandmother, and that's definitely worthy of passing on to future generations. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Denise. You've been a
Thank you so
wonderful,
much for having
wonderful
me.
guest today.
Yes.
We've absolutely enjoyed listening to you. You live a life that is so unusual, so original, and so
Yes.
inspirational at the end of the
Yes.
day. So thank you
Yes.
so much. And thank you to our viewers. As always, we do this show for you. We really appreciate all of you for joining us.
Thanks, Denise.
Thank you for having me.
You live a life of gratitude, and I think that's the key. That's why you can say things like, happiness is a mindset, and making the most of each day. It all boils down to that attitude of gratitude, as they say.
Yeah.
That everything is special. Now, you are a very experienced presenter. We obviously, with the exception maybe of Jen, are not. So, do you have a go-to way of ending a show? Because we're obviously not going to be as good at it as you.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll be closing.
Yeah, you just give us a line to close
Yeah,
it. You
close up
see,
for us, Denise.
you've seen how we open the
never
show.
know
That's
how.
bad. Yeah. So I tell you what. So Krishna, producer, is ready there. So let's let Denise close the show. Okay.
Okay, this is fun. Okay. So I'm Denice Dinsay, and it's been a great interview with Percy, Jen, and Ange. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, we just lost our jobs. All right, thank you very much.
She is AI personified. Ever the professional. Denise, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure having you on the show. I'm inspired now to just live life and make sure everything's essential, clear out everything that I don't need. And
I kind of want to clear up your bookshelf behind you.
I know it's
Yes.
driving you nuts, right?
Yeah, Jen.
Yeah.
And Jen is actually a very organized person, really
I-
super organized. And I can
I
see
am.
it's a little bit askew.
It's a bit askew because two of them have been sick, so they've just been raiding the bookshelves. So on my section, the sports section, normally it's all neatly organized and clean. But I know what you mean. We do clear it out every year, but there's still some favorites that we leave there. So yeah, I try to clear out my children every year, but somehow they
They just
they
keep coming back.
survive. They survive. I've been trying to clear out my wife for like 15 years, but no chance. No chance.
She's a favorite throughout all of
She's-
these years.
Yeah.
She's watching now, so yes, she's a favorite. My absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. Denise, thank you so much. So we'll try to end this, and so this has been Dear Future Grandkids, where we look at the past to give us lessons to the future. I'm Jen, Percy, and of course our wonderful guest, Denise. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.